first off, I would just like to inform our listeners so that they are aware that by the provisions of Section 104 of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Act, the only law that supersedes the act is the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria when it relates to competition and consumer affairs.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So consumers all around the country should be aware that it is only the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that supersedes the FCCPA in terms of competition
and consumer matters.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'll just mention a few.
Okay.
One of which is consumers have a right to be adequately informed. If a consumer is supposed to
that's right to information,
yes,
concerning every product they are buying.
Yes. A consumer also has a right to know that the product which they want to buy must be labeled. It must show the designation of what they want to buy. You cannot just go to the market and write to be informed of the designation of the product so that you don't
buy description. That's what you are saying.
Yes, proper description. So you don't buy what you don't want.
Okay.
Because of it was not properly described.
Yeah.
Yes, another right is consumers have the right to refund because you are paying money for this. So if you pay money for something and you don't get it,
examining this issue, this is a very, very important issue, particularly as it concerns online purchases. Yeah, you talked about right to refund and right to proper description of product and services. But sometimes the information you get are limited. And so what happens when a consumer gets a product? Okay, there's a description online, and when he gets the product, he finds out that there are inadequacies between the information he got online and the information he's seeing when the product finally arrives. So what do you think are responsible, and what is the right of a consumer in this circumstance?
A consumer has a right to refund because of if you buy something which doesn't meet the criteria of what you ordered, you have a right. The major thing is you have to act very timely. You have within a very reasonable time. If you cannot because say okay, let me wait 1 week, 2 weeks, no, that will you lose your right.
You
waived it.
So you have slept over your right.
Slept over your right. So you have to
of course, they usually say equity help the diligent,
yes,
not the indolent.
Yes. So you have to act very timeously. You have to be within a very reasonable time. And by the provisions of the act, you are also even entitled to damages. Because of you are not just entitled to a refund, you're also entitled to damages because of that is a misrepresentation on the part of the seller or vendor. So you are also entitled to damages. So consumers should be very aware. They should not just sleep and say, I've already gotten it to maybe when I have money I'll buy another one. No.
Very good.